Hey guys, welcome back. So we have created a firebase database, and the name of the database was Maps for you. And we talked about the real-time database, how to create it. So this is our real-time database. You'll be watching such kind of this kind of screen, okay, after you open your database. So there are a few things that I haven't told you about this, and I should be telling you that because without those things, our database will not work. So first of all, we have seen that we have created a database, and this was the URL that we'll be using, and we have also seen the authentication API key that we should use in our app in order to send things. So I should delete them. These are the entries that I actually created when I was testing my database. Okay, so there we will be creating a bucket also. So this I'm going to create a bucket. So in order to create a bucket, you need to just uh, add the name of the bucket in the URL itself. So I'm going to create a bucket, and I'll provide the name of that bucket as OTP. Okay. So now the bucket is created. So this bucket is like a table. So we have a database and we are creating a table, and this table will only store the values in key value pair. Okay. So every entry will be a key value pair. Okay. So right now the OTP bucket is not having anything. That is why it is showing here that OTP is null here. Okay. And the modification that you need to do, or I should say that the add-on that you should do in order to make your database accessible from your app is these rules. So you need to add some rules here. Okay. So you can just write these things. So you may have only read privileges granted, and you may have to write this write privilege also. So you need to keep both of these true, and then you should um, save them. Okay. And after that, come again to our real-time database. So we have already created our OTP bucket. Okay. Pardon me. So right now our this Firebase part is over basically, and as I discussed in previous video also, that we need to take care of few things. That is this projects in the project setting. You need to see whether the web API key is available or not. Okay. Now I can use Android Studio also to develop a app, or I can go for the drag and drop options. So because this is where I'm showing the demo how to use or how to develop such kind of mechanism, how to verify your numbers by generating OTP without paying any fee to other providers. So I'll be using some drag and drop options. So there are a lot of platforms available. So I'll be using Cordulus. So okay. So this is creator.cordula. So Cordula is a website that provides you a lot of options. These options you can use to create your app within 1 hour or 2 hours, depends on the app basically. So I'll be using this, and I have already created an app. So we'll be just going through that app briefly, and I'll be providing a modified version of that app in the download in the description section. The link will be provided there, and you can download that APK file, and it will be working for you also. Okay, so no need to worry about it. We'll be using this Miku OTP. So a lot of apps I have created. So basically it is just a time pass for me. I come here and I spend like half an hour or something. Like I love creating stuff. But doing things in Android Studio may take a little bit more time. So this is basically the interface and all these things. This is a label. You can find out things here. User interface. In order to create user interface, you can use so many things. Button, checkbox, circular progress bar, linear progress bar is there that we have used. This linear progress bar label is there, and a lot of things are there basically. And so this is the screen one. It will come by default. Then you need to add a label. Then vertical arrangement. This is the vertical arrangement. It is just a block in the screen where I can arrange some things according to my need. Again, I have taken a label, and again another label. Then linear screen. This progress bar, and this is the important thing. So this is a module that is provided here in Cordula. You can basically you can code it, or you can create your own module in Android Studio. But yeah, it will consume a little bit of time. But here you can find it that there are a lot of modules, and this is the Firebase database module that I have used here. And in this module, you need to provide some certain kind of things. This is API token. So this is the API that we are using. So this is the API here, and we should copy this API, and then we should paste it here. Okay. And this is basically the URL that we need. So URL you can get from your database. My system is little bit slow, so I'll be doing some fast forward things. So okay, so this is the real-time database, and this is your URL. Okay, so this is your URL, and you need to paste that URL here, copy and paste. After that, this persist is optional thing, and if you click the persist, then it will store all the data that will be grabbed from this URL. Whatever your application will grab, all the data will be saved, will be persistent, will be available to your device. But I don't want such kind of thing, because we don't need to access things again and again. We just need the OTP just a single time. And this is the bucket that we are using. So we have created the bucket here, OTP. Okay. So this is the bucket that we have created. So that is the bucket we are using. So these are the things. This is a module that is used for texting. So you can find it somewhere here. No, not in connectivity. It's in social. So this is the module. So it is used to send SMSs, text messages to other phone numbers using your primary phone numbers. So that is the module that we will be using to send OTP to the registered phone numbers. This is the notifier. So when some action will happen, notifier will come and create an overlay in the screen. It will be visible for a few seconds. This is the clock, and it basically triggers in 4 seconds. In every 4 seconds it will trigger, and we'll see how we are using this clock. This is the local database that will be created in your mobile phone itself, and the name of the database will be tinydb1. So we'll be creating this to store few things. We'll see. So let's now this whole thing is interface, and we have seen the interface. Now let's move to the blocks. Okay. So blocks are basically they are not very large. There are few blocks. So whenever the clock will trigger, whenever the 4 second will happen, what it will do? This module will call the Firebase database go online. So Firebase, the application will check the Firebase database. Okay, it will go online. It will check whether there are changes in the Firebase database or not. And then this OTP messages, this label here, these are the two labels. So OTP message and number label, they will change. Okay, so OTP message label will say waiting for new users, and number number label will change to whatever the number of OTPs that you have sent. Okay, so this is the TinyDB, and will store some values in the uh, local database of the phone, and will also here in local database also will use key pair values. So the tag will be, the key will be total OTP, and whatever the value that will be present for this key will be given as output from this block, and this will get concatenated with this string. So total OTP sent will be available here. So it will be more clear when you run the application, and after that you just see this video side by side. Okay, I know it's little bit confusing, maybe it's confusing, but you of you are very talented. Even I don't need to explain all those things. You can read and you can create the relations. So whenever the screen or whenever you'll open the application, the screen one will be initialized. Okay, so on initialization, what it will do, it will just call for the value of this OTP tag value. It will call for this key, and whatever the value available. If there is no such tag, then it will return xx. So, and if xx is equals to xx, so basically if the total OTP tag is not present, okay, then what we are doing, we are creating a tag in our local database. We are storing the value 0 with the tag OTP. Okay. So this module will basically assures that there will be a tag total OTP tag, and it will store some value. Okay. So these are the things that are basically not needed, and they actually enforce certain permissions, that they check if the permissions are granted or not. So in the notification, if the permissions are not granted, then it will say that all permissions are not granted. So basically this application will need some permissions like to communicate or to text anyone. So all the source code is basically available to you. You are watching the whole thing. So there is nothing to afraid about it. Okay. Maybe it is not in the Play Store, but you can safely put this application in the Play Store. Okay, so no need to be afraid of that thing. After that, what you need to do, after that, there is a Firebase database segment. This module is basically responsible for whole thing, for sending OTPs. So you should be aware of the thing that this application that we are creating, it is not generating the OTP. It is just sending the OTP that is stored in your Firebase database. So whatever the OTP you will store in Firebase database, or whatever kind of message you will store in your database, this Firebase database, it will take that message. As soon as you update this OTP bucket, it will take that message and it will send that to the number that it will provide here. Let's see further. So here you need to see that there are two inputs, or I should say that there are two outputs. This is tag and this is value. So whenever a database, whenever there will be an entry in the database, the entry will be in the form of key value pair, that is tag and value pair. That entry will get reflected, that entry will be sent to your application, and your application will do certain processing here. So let's see what is the processing. If the value is equals to sent, if the value is equal to sent, then the texting message get the global. So basically this box is not needed, this statement is not needed here, but it was empty, so I placed it somewhere. So if the value, that is the let me add one. Okay, so let's say that I'm using some number. So this is the phone number, let's say, and the value of the OTP is 123. Okay, so this entry is there. As soon as you'll enter something here, it will be sent to your database. your application. Whatever the application that will be running, it will be sent to that application. And if the value is not equals to send, if the value is equal to send, there's a statement that is unnecessary, will execute and it will do nothing basically, nothing functional basically. And if it is not equals to send, it is 1, 2, 3 or some number or anything that is not equals to send, what it will do? It will set global number. So global number is a variable that we defined here. So this is the number, global number. It is a variable and there is a message. Okay. So the variable number, global number, will have a tag. Okay. So as we said, the tag will have the contact number. Okay. The number that we need to verify with this OTP. Okay. It will be sent to. It will be stored in this global number. Okay. The tag will be stored to this global number, and the message will create such kind of message, hash, then OTP. OTP will be the value. Okay, value. Okay, then is your OTP or Miku or whatever you like. Like if you want to say that user app or any services, whatever you want. Like maybe I'm just putting Miku here. Okay, Miku, welcome to family. So this will be the message that will be sent to the mobile number. And mobile number, what is the contact number? That is stored in the tag. So in this contact number, this will be the message that will be sent. Okay. After that, set number, text, go to global, set OTP message, text, global message. Okay. And texting is equals to this. So now these are the interface. In the interface, these are the reflections that we will see in the interface. So number, what is the number label here? So this is the number label. So here the number will come. Okay. And this is the OTP label. Okay. So this number that we have got from the tag will be reflected back to your interface, and in the OTP label, OTP message label, the message that we just created will be visible. And then here comes the texting module that we talked about it. Okay, this is the texting module. Okay, this texting module will initialize the phone number of this texting module as global number, and will use the message as global message. And after that, we'll call this function texting.sendMessage. So this function will basically send the global message as a text message to the phone number, global number, by using your primary SIM card. Okay. After that, what will happen when this will be sent successfully? What will happen? This will what will do? Will set the global number, tag global number. So whatever the tag we received, this one we received. Okay. So in place of this tag, the value of this tag will be replaced to send. Will replace this tag value with send. Okay, so this 1, 2, 3 will be replaced by send. Okay. Then we'll increase our OTP tag, total OTP tag by 1. So it will basically show how many OTPs have been sent till this date. So this was it basically. This is the thing here, and I guess it will be working. So I'll be making certain modifications so that the bucket, so that this bucket, so this bucket can be customized. Bucket name can be customized. So basically, what I mean to say that sometimes you have created. Let's suppose that you have created a firebase database and you are providing some bucket name. Like maybe the bucket name is something other like ODB2 or your app name or something. Okay, then when you download this application, you need not to write all the things on your own. You need not to write a code or Android. You need not to go to Android Studio and write all those things again. You just need to install this Miko application and just in the beginning it will ask what is the name of your bucket. You just put the bucket, put your Firebase token, put your URL, and it will ready to go. Okay, so this is it for now. So